Okay, students, so now we're starting the tuples. We have discussed about the list that is a mutable in nature. We can change the value in place, but in tuples, we cannot change the value in place. It means that in list, we can change the value. Okay, we have discussed this in the first video. And tuples. Okay, so tuple, we cannot change the value. It is immutable. It list, we have represented with the square brackets, and but tuples, we have to use the parenthesis form. Okay, students. So now let's start how we can declare this tuple. So tuple is a data structure in Python. Okay, it is a quite similar to list, but we have discussed the differences. So you can duplicate the values in tuples, and each basically, if you want to represent the tuples, you have to use this parenthesis. Okay, students. Okay, so this is for dictionary, and this is for your tuple. Okay, कैसे आप tuple declare करेंगे? Okay, so today we will see one by one. So student, if you want to declare a tuple, so let's start ideally and directly I'm showing you. So it is similar to list, only the basic difference is that list is mutable but tuples are immutable. Okay, so let's start. I'm taking this t. Now you can see the difference parentheses are there 4, 5. Now my tuple is declared. Now if I write print t, okay, so this is the printing of tuple, how you declare the tuple. Okay, this is all about creation of the tuple. You can use if you want to basically in list we have used this list function. In tuple you can do like this tuple में आप string दे सकते हो कुलदीप, convert हो जाएगा tuple में. Now let's see if I print t. Okay, now you can see k alag u alag and this is the tuple. Okay, now simple, if you're using int input, हम input लेके भी क्या change कर सकते हैं. Okay, this also is possible. Okay, now let's see. So tuple function, students, we are using here. Now let's see one more. If I'm doing like this, a equal to int input की जगह मैं लिख रहा हूँ tuple input, whatever the input you are giving, it is converting into tuple. Now enter your name. Okay, now if I am printing here a, now let's see what is the output. So I'm making one again folder for tuples here. Tuples revisions के नाम से बना लेते हैं because we are revising this. Okay, enter your name. If I'm writing Sahil, you can see it is converted. Each element is the element in the tuple. Okay, so this is the use of this tuple function. Okay, so you can also create a user defined user, basically a tuple. How you can create, user gives the input by using the while loop. You can use the while loop if you want to use your tuple, and if you want to use the while loop for that, you can also use for loop. So now let's see how you can traverse your tuple also. So t is a tuple I have declared, student. Now number of values, e value can give an, if you want to expression value you can give, or you can take the int input, that is also okay. Enter the number of values, कितनी values आप डलवाना चाहते हो टपल में, पहले मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ students. Now I'm asking this. After that, let me complete this first. Okay, after that I'm taking I equal to 1. Okay, and why I'm taking this, because I'm using the while loop, that is while I less than equal to number of values. So imagine if your declares, if you're taking a number of element that is 5, so I की value 1, 1 is less than 5, 2 is less than 5, so ये 5 तक आपका चलेगा. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए मैंने डिक्लेयर किया है. Now colon, अब if you have given two elements, okay, enter the number of values, आपने 2 डलवानी है. So I की वैल्यू पहले 1 है, 1 जो है लेस देन नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज है टू से छोटा है, तो उसमें आप इनपुट करेंगे वैल्यू। ओके, सो एंटर द वैल्यू। अब उसमें मैं देखो ये यूज कर रहा हूँ, दैट इज कंकेटिनेशन, दैट इज प्लस, और जो भी वैल्यू आप देंगे सो ये आपके टपल में ऐड हो जाएगी द एंड। ओके, अब आई की वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंट भी करनी है, आई की वैल्यू 1 के बाद आई की वैल्यू 2 होनी चाहिए, सो आई की वैल्यू आई इक्वल टू आई प्लस। नाउ प्रिंट, अब मुझे क्या करना है स्टूडेंट, आई हैव टू प्रिंट दिस टी, बिकॉज टी के अंदर ही हमारी टपल में जो है वैल्यू ऐड होंगी। नाउ लेट्स सी दिस। ओके, एंटर द नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज, आई एम टेकिंग 2, एंटर द वैल्यू 23, 34 आप देख सकते हो 2 टाइम भी चलेगा, और ये 23 34 वैल्यू हो जाएगी। सो दिस इज अ यूजर डिफाइंड फंक्शन यू आर यूजिंग फॉर एंटरिंग द वैल्यूज इन अ टपल। You can also use for loop. Okay, same आप इसमें for loop का भी use कर सकते हो। Okay, instead of the while loop you can also use the for loop. Now after this student, next we have is the nested tuple. Okay, so if we have t1 that is a tuple, t2 that is a tuple. Okay, so now let's see how you can create a nested tuple. So I'm taking t1 that is a tuple 1 2 3. Give me 1 second. Now this t2 is also a tuple, that is 4 5 6, and I'm taking this t3 that is equal to t1 comma t2. Okay, now if I print t3, now let's see what will happen. Okay, now you can see this will become a nested list. No, we are discussing the tuple. So if you want to create a nested tuples, you have to do like this: t3 equal to t1 comma t2. So t1 के पीछे आपका t2 tuple आ गया. So this is a tuple inside tuple. Okay, this is this way you can make the nested tuple. Okay, and after that we have the next that is operator we have in tuple, that is a concatenation. प्लस का यूज कर सकते हो आप दो टपल्स को ऐड करने के लिए स्टूडेंट। नाउ लेट्स टेक दिस सेम, एंड आई एम राइटिंग t3 इक्वल टू t1 प्लस t2, पर उसमें डिफरेंस देखना है। इफ आई एम राइटिंग प्रिंट t3, ओके, नाउ इफ आई रन दिस, नाउ यू कैन सी द डिफरेंस फर्स्ट। ये देखो सारे एलिमेंट। ओके, सो दिस इज अ concatenation operator 1 2 3 4 5 6। okay, like this, if you want to join this concatenation two tuples, that we use this concatenation operator. So next we have this star operator or replication operator that we have seen in list also. List and tuples are similar, only the big difference is list is mutable and tuples are immutable. Okay, and list represent with square bracket, tuples represent with parenthesis. Now let's see t1 star 2. Okay, and you can take this in a. Now if I print a, now let's see what will happen. Okay, so 2 time 1 2 3 2 टाइम आ जाएगा बिकॉज स्टार के साथ मैंने 2 लगाया। सो दिस इज रेप्लिकेशन ऑपरेटर वी हैव सीन। ऐसे ही आप मेंबरशिप ऑपरेटर इनका यूज कर सकते हो। ओके, वी हैव सीन इन लिस्ट आल्सो 3 इन t1, अगर होगा तो ट्रू होगा, otherwise it is false. Now if I'm writing 5 not in t2, क्या 5 t2 में नहीं है, that is also true. So now let's see what will be the output. Okay, so let's run it again. Okay, let's run it in ideally. Please wait. Okay, so I'm declaring one tuple that is t 1 2 3. So if I'm writing 1 in t, now you can see it is true. So membership operator भी होते हैं इसमें, आप use कर सकते हो. So this membership operator in and not in is also there in tuples. And we also know that student tuples are immutable, change नहीं कर सकते। तो आपको सोचो इसमें जो does not support, जो आपकी tuples है वो function क्या क्या support नहीं करती, append, because append में तो हम ऐड करते हैं। Okay, it's not possible to add any element at the end, that's why we don't have append function, extend नहीं है, insert हमारे पास function नहीं होता है tuple में। पॉप नहीं है बिकॉज मॉडिफिकेशन तो आप कर ही नहीं सकते हो, वी हैव सीन, ये तो डिफरेंस है लिस्ट और टपल में। लेकिन कुछ हम यूज कर सकते हैं, वो मैं आपको बताता हूँ, साथ के साथ हम करेंगे, दैट इज द लेन फंक्शन। लेन से पहले आई एम डिक्लेयरिंग वन टपल y, that is 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay students, now if you write this len of y, now you will get the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So len function works in this, count function also work. Okay, now let's see. So if I write y dot count, मुझे करना है कि 2 कितनी बार है. Okay, so now you can see one time only. If 2 comes 7 time 5 time 4 times, so आपको पता चल जाएगा उसमें. Okay, this is the use of count function. Now next very important function is any function. This function return true if a tuple is having at least one item. Okay, अगर एक भी item होगा तो tuple क्या करेगी, आपको true return करेगी. If the tuple is empty, it will return false. So let's see, if a is my tuple, comma 0, and if I print any of a, yes हाँ any है इसमें element है, any का मतलब है any element is there, yes, it is returning true. Now if I am taking only as empty element, empty tuple is there, so if I print a, any of a, now what will be the output? False, because nothing is there in that tuple. So please remember, any method is also there. Next we have the min and max. Okay, this function returns the element which is minimum, min function, and in case of min function it returns the maximum. Maximum case कौन से में, max में maximum, min में minimum. Okay, तो आप खुद सोचो, टपल में वैल्यूज हमेशा मिनिमम और मैक्सिमम के लिए सेम टाइप की होनी चाहिए. अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि स्ट्रिंग और इंटीजर को हम कंपेयर कर पाएंगे, दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल हियर. सो इफ आई राइट मैक्स ऑफ y, now you can see 6. If I write min of y, you can see 1. अगर मैं यहाँ डिक्लेयर करता हूँ r के अंदर, now you can see if I declare a tuple that is apple, a string, and 2 3 and 2, after that 3. Now if I write the maximum of r, now definitely it will give me the error. Okay, because integer and string is not supported. This is the important thing, you have to remember this. Okay, now after that we have seen this minimum, we have seen this, we now next we have sum. Okay, अगर आपको sum करना है, sum का भी same logic है. The data type of all the tuple element should be same. Now if I write sum y, now you can see sum y जो हमारी list थी, that sorry tuple we have, so ये पूरा हमारे elements add हुए. Now sorted we have seen student, sorted भी हम करके देख लेते हैं अभी. Okay, these elements are already sorted. Now let me take one more tuple here, h equal to 19 1 23, and let's take one more, 1 22 45 12. Now if I write sorted, sorted, और इसके अंदर मैं आपको देता हूँ h. Now you can see, okay, it sort the elements in ascending order, so 1 1 12 22 23 45 90. So this is a use of sorted to sort the element of the tuple. Now index function is also there. If you know the element, okay, आप उसमें element देंगे और उसका index आपको return हो जाएगा. So now let's see, h dot index I want of 23. इसके अंदर जो एलिमेंट 23 है उसका इंडेक्स 0 1 2, जो भी फर्स्ट पे आपको मिलेगा एलिमेंट उसका इंडेक्स आपको रिटर्न हो जाएगा. नाउ यू कैन यूज दिस. ओके, नाउ अ सिंपल प्रोग्राम दैट यू कैन डू फॉर अ प्रैक्टिस स्टूडेंट्स, राइट अ प्रोग्राम टू गेट अ टपल ऑफ अ नंबर. आप उसका सम करो, मैक्स मिनिमम करो, एवरेज निकालो. दिस इज अ इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन दैट यू कैन यूज. ओके, कैसे आप कर सकते हो? Simply you can use a sum method, you can use a max method, you can use a min method. Okay, so that you can do at your own. Comparing tuples, so comparing भी कर सकते हैं like we have done in list. So simply इसमें आप list का देख सकते हो, list में जैसे comparing होती है, same we have that comparison in tuples. delete कर सकते हो, delete tuple, del tuple का use करके आप tuple को delete भी कर सकते हो. Okay, if any tuple is there, 1 2 3, now if I write del tup, now if I print tup, now what will be the output? Now let's take one more tuple. If I delete the whole tuple is possible. Now let's see. Print, if I print a, what will happen now? Okay, so that's right, it is deleted. Okay, delete होने के बाद है, अब ये देखो टपल है ही नहीं because it is deleted. अगर मैं इसको फिर डिक्लेयर करता हूँ, now let's see b. Okay, I'm showing this you. Now 8, we have 9. If I print b, now you can see the difference. Okay, so important point, student, that you have to remember for tuple, we can't add elements to a tuple since they are immutable in nature. आप उसमें add नहीं कर सकते. You can find element in a tuple since searching does not change the tuple. Search कर सकते हो because searching से हमारे element change नहीं होते. We cannot use the function like append or extend because हम modification tuple में नहीं कर सकते. We can convert a tuple to a list and then change the value. हम tuple को list में convert कर लो पहले. Okay, how you can do this? ये देखो list 1 is my variable और where the जो tuple मैंने लिया, tup लिया है मैंने, पहले b लिया हुआ है. ये देखो जो भी मेरी b tuple थी मैंने उसको list function से list में convert किया. Now if I print list 1, list 1 में मेरी list आ जाएगी. Now you can see जो 8 9 tuple था वो convert हो गया 8 9 list में. Now you can do the modification. So some advantages are also there, student. Tuple uses less memory whereas list uses more memory. You all know that. We can access the element with an index in both tuple. Yes, we can access the element starting with 0 से, and backward indexing we can also do. Okay. Okay, so these are some methods that we can use in tuples. And we have next topic, and unpacking of tuple is also there. Okay, if any tuple is defined, now let's see an example. Okay, let me take the new here. So file, I'm taking new, I'm declaring a tuple that is tup here, 10 20 30. Now if I print tup tup, easily it will give the output that is 10 20 30. A B C equal to tup tup. Okay, now you can see I have declared three variables. And why? Because this first is called packing. Okay, now you can see tuple I have declared. जो tuple में we have the element that is 10 20 30. print मैंने करा लिया इस tuple को. अब मैंने क्या किया? Now let's see, first I am running this. Let me take in a tuple. ठीक है, वो मैंने प्रिंट कराया टप को. एंड नाउ दिस इज अनपैकिंग. पैकिंग किया फर्स्ट, अनपैकिंग किया. जो ए, जो टपल में 10 वैल्यू है वो ए को मिल जाएगी, 20 बी को मिलेगी, सी को 30 मिलेगी. ओके, लाइक दिस यू कैन प्रिंट दिस ऑल्सो. ठीक है, ये देखो अगर मैं प्रिंट कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, नाउ इफ आई प्रिंट ए बी प्रिंट सी. ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड अनपैकिंग. एबीसी में टपल की जो वैल्यू थी वो एबीसी को मिलना, दिस इज कॉल्ड अनपैकिंग. सो नाउ लेट्स सी वन बाय वन, स्टूडेंट्स. So I've already made a folder for that, your tuples. Now you can see 10 20 30. So a को 10 मिल गया है, then 20, then 30. So you can practice like this. Okay, so you can practice like this. So thank you so much, students. If you have seen the list, and after that if you have seen the tuple video, so definitely realize the difference. Okay, so thank you so much for